Like I think it plays when they're running through the airport. Home Alone.
Yeah, that's like
And losing
That's
his
when
ass.
they use it.
Got a little jingle to it. That's why.
You seen Home Alone at least?
I've seen Home Alone. I've seen
One
Home
and
Alone.
two.
I think I've seen two.
He's in New
He
York.
lost
Trump
in New
Tower?
York.
Trump
Yeah,
Tower?
Trump Tower and the
Yep.
bird lady. Yeah, Trump's in it, and the bird lady, the pigeon lady.
I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
That one's heartfelt.
I like
man.
2 a lot because of like the pranks and like the toy store aspect.
I like the adventure of New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him being lost in a hotel and just looking around New York. That was like the first reason that I wanted to go to New York.
The voice recorder.
Yeah, it's so
Iconic.
good. I wanted one as a kid.
Oh yeah.
For no reason.
And it would change his voice.
Yeah.
And, those were cool.
Yeah, and the made up. I had to Google it, but it's like one of those like myths or whatever. But that's like a fake movie.
What do you mean?
The movie he like records and then keeps unrecording to like get the.
It's
It's like a fake like
yeah,
Sopranos
it's not a real
type.
movie. Yeah.
It's like they made like a fake Sopranos movie with a fake one-liner.
Like a gangster.
Yeah, whatever.
That guy's a famous actor that was like plays the
10-second clip that is repeated 100 times.
the boss guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen that recently enough to be able to comment really at all. I remembered that existed. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I loved it.
All right, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
shit
going.
like that. Yeah, get the fuck out of here at the count of 3. I'm gonna shoot or something. Yeah. So dumb.
Why would you count? That's
Yeah.
You said I'm gonna give you to the count of 10.
Yeah.
To get
That's
your
like-
ugly,
stupid,
yellow,
no good looking,
no good keister off my property.
Yeah. It's just like a really corny like Scarface
Before
line.
I pump your guts full of lead.
It's when you want a homicide, but you don't want it right away.
Well, he tricks him. He goes 1,
Yeah.
2, 10, and he kills him.
It has its homeboy as the stewardess. Adam Sandler's like best homie.
Wait, which movie are we talking about?
I'm talking about Home Alone 2, but Adam Sandler.
Oh,
You can do it.
yeah, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider's the door boy.
Yes, the gum, the tip guy.
Yeah, he gives some gum for a tip. Some of that is so magical. He's a fucking 8-year-old, and the guy just sticks his hand out. He's like, oh, well, he wants gum. Like, it makes so much sense for an 8-year-old.
Dude,
Like,
classic.
why would I give him money?
Yeah,
Good question. We're not really talking about that movie today, although we just did.
Yeah, very holiday.
Talking about Die Hard.
I'm trying to get in the spirit.
The question always seems to follow this film: is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And
I mean, it's riddled with Christmas.
the answer is that it has to be a Christmas movie, but Christmas is not the main thing about this movie, so it still fits in our
No.
genre here.
I think it's the epitome of our genre. Right? Because it's just like based around like a Christmas party, but there's no elves, there's no Santa, there's no reindeer, there's no presents even really.
And the really crazy thing is it's Christmas Eve, right? And they have a business party on Christmas Eve.
yeah.
Which, how can you predict that? Maybe they weren't really supposed to be there. I guess that's maybe the thing, that they weren't really supposed to be there because it's Christmas Eve and they're not really celebrating the holiday. What they're celebrating is this giant deal that they closed.
You mean how could the bad guys predict
Well, the
it?
bad guys
exactly.
wanted them to be there
Yeah, I'm sure they
because they wanted that guy's access to the codes.
Code.
Yeah, I'm sure if it's a giant corporation, a big sale, there's probably just news
I feel like this is
out.
like the most '90s thing, right? You watch like Seinfeld, and they're always having like these like Christmas Eve holiday parties in
Yeah.
the office. Like I think this is like a '90s thing.
Yeah, except that this is the 80s.
This is true. Late '80s.
1988, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the same
same
difference.
yeah,
I
same
count that
vibe.
early '90s, late '80s, the same era.
I think the most 80s thing about this is the fact that it's a giant Japanese corporation operating in the United States. That's like a big,
a foreshadow.
yeah, for sure. Now, there was a lot of that going on at the time.
Sure.
And there was like fear that, oh, Japan's going to own us or whatever. We used to control Japan, and now Japan's going to control us.
The microchips.
Yeah, the Sony, the
Yeah.
Nintendos.
And I mean, the fact of the matter is that Japan's fortunes have risen and fallen many times since then.
Yeah.
I think that they're not really on the upswing right now.
I think like some businesses are doing fine, but their dollar's not very strong.
No.
But our dollar globally isn't very strong either.
We're pretty much in lockstep with the euro
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
They were up on us for a while.
Yeah, now it's like 97.
It was like $1.50 per
For a bit.
USD to euro for a while there. I remember
Yeah,
like just looking at like items, you know.
Yeah,
like
Canadian
stuff.
dollar 140.
Oh
to
yeah, theirs
1.
is
It's very weak right now.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I see Canada orders coming through. I'm like $85, $90. That's not $90. Oh
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Is this the beginning of the shoot 'em up?
I feel like
genre?
I feel like our genre exists because of this movie.
Yeah, well, I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying.
Lethal Weapon predates this movie, so
And that was a shoot. I haven't seen that
Yeah.
either.
It's also considered a Christmas movie.
it's also considered a Christmas
And that's a
movie.
shoot 'em upper.
Yeah.
Because this, like Dean joked in another podcast that there's very few lines, or maybe in text, that there's
Text.
very
Oh,
few
yeah.
lines in this guy, which is true. There's more lines than I expected. after you
Same,
text
yeah,
that.
more than I remember.
But it is just full of like random convos and one-liners. But I did wonder if this is like the real, beginning of the shoot 'em up world, the John Wicky, the
Yeah, I think that there's a case to be made that it is one of the one of the founders of this particular genre.
because like James Bond back in the day was much less shooty than it is now. Now James Bonds are often
no, there's a lot
shoot-offs.
of like
But back in the
mystery.
day, it was kind of like, oh, the villain at the top of the mountain. You
Yeah,
know,
they
like shit like
sneaking
that.
around.
Yeah.
They took Bourne and grafted it onto Bond.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Now that genre's been huge with the shoot 'em up. I mean, Fast and Furious has turned to a shoot 'em
Yeah.
up. Transformers has turned to a shoot 'em up.
Mission Impossible.
Every movie's a shoot 'em up now. But this one, it's just you see the early signs in like the fight scenes that seem to be like not choreographed very. I'm not a fighter, you know. I don't know what I would do in these situations, but a lot of the fights my boy Bruce is thrown down on just seems like I would whoop his ass.
I just love that he's barefoot the whole time.
Well,
When he's shooting from his ankle,
we will get back to that. We'll get back to that.
he's shooting from his ankle.
Yeah.
You know, like modern day our shit, like you turn your gun sideways. And again, I'm not a gun pro, but I've shot a couple guns. You know, I've been with some guys that are real pros shooting guns, some of the best in the world. And I don't think they're firing from the ankle, you know, like you're playing Call of Duty Black Ops.
Well, you can't block his face for the shot.
Yeah, it's just total, like, not even hip fire, knee fire.
Well,
To show off his muscles and then also his face.
Yeah, he does look sick, though.
that
He looks like
dope.
Jason Statham. Like,
Yeah,
he
he
looks
looks
fucking
dope.
sick.
the scene where he is under the conference table and the guy doesn't know he's under the conference table.
Yeah.
And the guy's like standing on the conference table and he shoots up through the table
Yeah.
and kills the guy. Bruce Willis was not wearing hearing protection. He lost like 2/3, 3/4 of the hearing in his left ear, I guess.
Yikes.
Right ear,
Oh,
something.
from the blanks going
Yeah.
up underneath that
yeah,
table?
Yeah, because
Oh,
they were overloaded blanks intended to make a big flash, to make it seem more, I don't know what, more violent or whatever.
Yeah, more visual.
Yeah, going back to the script, reading about this, this is based on a book, and it's actually part of a series of books, and it was not called Die Hard. And this, the book before this one in this series was made into a movie before, and starred Frank Sinatra in this
like a little Ocean's 11
in this
vibe.
role. Obviously, he was too old to for them to actually make it as a sequel, and so Die Hard spun off onto its own. The script, though, we're talking about like how much dialogue there isn't in this movie. The script really wasn't done when they started shooting. As a matter of fact, a lot of the dialogue was improvised.
Interesting, because there's like, you start to forget, like, oh man, like this movie's full of like pivotal one-liners.
Yeah.
Well, and some, I would think, high-level acting. When you get Severus Snape
Yeah.
pretending that he's an American worker there on the roof, he crushes that.
Yeah.
When he's trying to, like, reverse psychology him real quick,
Yeah.
he fucking crushes it. He's already, like, faking 3 accents because you don't even know where the fucking guy's from, you know?
Yeah.
He's not even using his spells, and he just pretends to be fucking, like, an American corporate worker scared out of his brains, and he's so good.
Yeah, that accent is widely criticized, though. His American accent is.
I thought it was hella
widely
good.
criticized.
I thought that whole scene was hella good.
Dude, what's his name's in this too from what, Family Matters?
Yeah, as a cop again.
Reggie
Yeah.
L. Johnson.
Yeah, wasn't there like some Diddy accusations with him?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. That's
you
a
guys
good
heard
No, I
those?
hope not.
I've not.
That's Carl. That's Carl Winslow, man.
Yeah, Winslow.
Carl Winslow isn't
Apparently, dude,
He's
there's
not hanging with Diddy, dude.
Dude, no, there's a full-on story from
Carl Winslow.
Diddy's head of security. You can take it out on your own time to watch the interview with Diddy's head of
God
security,
damn it.
telling the Carlos Winslow story.
You know Carl Winslow, Sebas?
No.
Damn it, dude.
It's a brutal story.
No.
Yeah.
That was like such a part of my childhood, dude.
And it's like a very credible guy, apparently. The source.
I know this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carl Winslow, man. Steve
Anyways,
Urkel. What
not
a
to
show.
spread rumors, but
Well, and then like Carl Winslow's funny in this thing, right? Like first thing, like the interaction at 7-Eleven or whatever, when the dude's just ripping cops apart in front of him.
Yeah.
Just like making every like donut whatever joke in the planet.
Yeah.
And then it's like Carl's not even supposed to be on the street because he shot a kid.
Yeah.
So why is he
he was driving home, but he's in the black and white. I don't understand.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a pencil pusher now that he shot a kid, which probably, again, I'm not part of the service, but if you shoot a kid and he admits to it, probably shouldn't be on the service anymore.
Yeah.
And then now he's driving around.
Weird choice of crime.
Yeah. And then he's just eating donuts, and he's
a lot of donuts.
The first call to this big thing.
Well, actually, they weren't even donuts. They were like Twinkies.
Yeah, that was the joke. That was just for his wife and the fucking. And the dude, no offense out there, folks, but you're the bum working the cashiers at 7-Eleven taking fat cop jokes to the cop. Like, dude, you're fucking working at 7-Eleven. And he's saying, oh, those are for your wife, huh? Yeah, man. So dumb.
You take
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, so dumb. Carl Winslow's good, dude. Family Matters was so good. A fun fact I heard on Instagram, maybe Twitter, is that like every 90s sitcom in that genre was all sung, the opening song was like the same dude. Like Family Matters, maybe even Full House, Step by Step. I don't know if you remember Step by Step.
Yeah.
They're like all the same, like pseudo long
So that
hair
guy's
rock.
just getting royalties out the yin
Oh,
yang.
can you imagine? Yeah, because like
If he made the right deal, yeah.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean the Mike Post did all the TV themes that didn't have lyrics in the 60s and 70s and 80s and into the 90s, I think. Hill Street Blues being the one that everybody knows, but he did so many of them.
I like how it's Charlie Sheen's character, like in 2.5 Men or whatever. He's like just a jingle.
Yeah,
His fortunes from jingle that's his job.
That's homie too. Uncle Jesse in Step by Step ends up being a jingle writer. And just crushes it.
Yeah, they're just crushing it. Living in Malibu on the beach.
Yeah, just selling fucking marshmallows and shit. Marshmallow jingles.
I guess I forgot how Christmassy this movie is without, like, there's a lot of Christmas references.
Yeah.
The him whistling, the Christmas music, when he goes into the hotel for the first time or the building for the first time.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, ho, ho, ho on the.
I've got a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
We're in L.A., right? Like, L.A. just... something about it doesn't feel Christmassy,
Because
like,
New York's so Christmas.
Right. If they set this in Chicago or New York,
there'd be snow and shit.
right, and there'd be lights. Like New York's
Right.
so famous for their decor. Like I've been to LA a billion times, and not a single place has like a sign up. Even Cleveland, like I forgot what movie it is. It's not A Christmas Story, although that's from Cleveland too. But there's another Christmas movie like uses the mall in downtown Cleveland, and still to this day they decorate it like crazy. Kind of the window, and it's like a famous thing, and it's obviously cold, and the vibes there. Like, you don't really get that on the West Coast as much.
No, I remember when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys are way too young probably to remember Bruner's. It was a big furniture store, and it was kind of everywhere from, I don't know, from the turn of the 20th century into the probably 80s that it completely died, maybe 90s. But they used to do these like animatronic Christmas windows displays, and that was kind of the most Christmas thing you could ever get on the West Coast.
Yeah, I think that shit's cool. It matters. I mean, that's what makes New York so cool. Like,
yeah, I have a goal. Like one day I want to go there for Christmas, and I think about just all the traveling, and I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
Have you seen it in December or no?
Not in person, no. Every time I've ever been there, it's been like summer.
So when we were talking about those seminars, shout out Kenny Santucci that we always used to do. They're always in between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, so the vibes are...
Dude, the vibes were immaculate. I went like 3 or 4 years in a row to go do these seminars, and it just feels so cool. There's lights everywhere.
People are just all bundled up.
Yeah, everyone's in beanies. Everyone's drinking coffee. Like it's mostly the lights, and every store decorates like that in Manhattan. Yeah, it's so cool.
That's fun.
And there's like every park's all decorated perfectly.
The
like,
nostalgia of that is something I resonate
Dude,
with.
That whole Rockefeller Center ice rink.
Yeah,
that is
insane. There's another one up the street too, or more south. Like every park has like some crazy shit everywhere. It's so cool.
I've been there in January a few times. Actually, I'll be in there in January 2025, as a matter of fact. So everything is still up then. You get it.
Do you think that, like, there's that much nostalgia for, like, post-digital world people?
Yeah.
Do you think that's still, like, do you think, like guys like Sebastian, like, do you think they feel that same nostalgia for Christmas that we do for, like, post-digital world?
He might just be on the end of it, poor kid.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? You ever,
No,
you-
because-
you know
Let's
what I'm
ask Seabass, since we have a representative of his generation here.
I mean, me personally, I didn't really like celebrate holidays like that. Like
Yeah.
we would get like presents, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
We
some
didn't
of it
really go
is like
anywhere, watch any
a
movies.
traditional thing,
Yeah.
and then some of it's like pre-social media. I feel like
Yeah, I'm just like digital goods, right?
Yeah.
Because people are getting gifts that are like digital gifts now, right? Game passes,
True.
online
Yeah.
games,
Yeah,
you know,
gift
they're-
cards.
phones,
Yeah.
like everything is like a lot of gifts are catered around digital products
Yeah.
now.
When like what movies are coming out? Like when I was a kid, every winter there was something. Like sixth grade, Jack Frost came out. Fourth grade, The Grinch with
Or like
Jim
the-
Carrey came out. Like there's always some vibe.
And
Yeah.
they would drop the Star Wars is normally around Christmas.
Yeah, or Lord of
And then
the
they
Rings
switched
was
to May.
talk about a Christmas movie that's not a Christmas movie. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Right? Like it dropped on I think Christmas Eve every year.
That's a good possibility.
I think it dropped on Christmas Eve every year, and a lot of the Star Wars were in December. Like obviously the Home Alones are in our era. Like Macaulay Culkin's probably our age, maybe a hair older. Like it does kind of seem like it lost some of the sauce.
Yeah, I don't think it really exists anymore because every holiday movie is like a Buff Santa Wrecking House movie.
Yeah, The Rock
Every year.
Yeah.
I think The Rock's coming out with one, right?
Yeah, Red One, yeah.
God damn it!
And it-
bro.
Actually, I just saw the pictures from the premiere of that with
oh no.
Chris Evans. is
I
in
watched
that
the
movie.
trailer. It
yeah.
looked like probably one of the worst dog shit movies I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, but I bet that paycheck was sweet because it's all up front.
Yeah.
Rock.
Oh yeah, for him.
Anything you do for a streamer right now is all up front. I mean, they're working on trying to get some kind of back end payment, but it's like you just front loaded. You're just making your millions. You just show up and flash that smile and you're good to go.
Oh, I'm sure there was like they probably shot that movie in 2 weeks,
Oh, probably.
if that.
Who
I know
knows?
they made the most recent Spider-Man. I think they said they shot it in like a month and a half, 2 months.
Good Lord, that's fast.
Yeah.
There's a new Spider-Man animated coming. I was looking at new Disney's on the way because I was trying to see when Wolverine was out, which I think is today or yesterday. And there's like an animated, I think in the vein of current Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man Dark, is that the one?
I think it's a normal one.
Nicolas Cage.
That's Spider-Man Noir.
Noir. Yeah.
Noir. That's the
Yeah, Noir was the thing when I
30s
was a
one.
kid.
like the 30s one.
Yeah. Like what's the fucking
You gonna get your copper?
what's like the investigator cartoon Dick
Tracy?
Yeah, Dick Tracy. Like those vibes, right?
Yep.
Little Dick
Yeah.
Tracy-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a crook. He's a real bad one. huh?
Yeah. Come here, you bad mama jamma, huh?
He's a lucky lady, huh?
You seen the I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm not gonna go all in, but there's a comedy bit about when like white guys became uncool. And it's through baseball announcing like that. They're like, man, dude, white guys just were so cool. They're like, they had cool nicknames like Lefty up the bat now, and
Yeah.
Johnny Schnolly. And he's like, and then Jackie Robinson showed up in the
Jimmy
league.
Three Legs.
Yeah. And then Jackie Robinson showed up in the league, and then we were just done. We were
was over.
stupid forever.
It was over.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I think the worst, speaking of that kind of thing, the worst radio calls I have heard in the last I don't know how many years were actually during this World Series. WFAN, which is supposed to be like one of the biggest, maybe the biggest sports radio station ever, and the calls, it was an older man and an older woman, and they didn't have anything to say of any importance whatsoever. It
Weird.
was like, Jesus Christ, this is bad.
It's crazy how much those motherfuckers get paid nowadays too.
Yeah.
Like a Stephen A. Smith and some of these dudes, like
Oh
they get
God, yeah.
bank, bro,
Yeah.
absolute bank.
Well, back to Die Hard for a second. So that is a real building, and most of the movie was shot in the building. It was at the time owned by 20th Century Fox,
Who shot the movie? I assume.
who shot the movie.
Yeah.
It's their movie. They had to. There was a lot of negotiation with the ownership over all those explosions, but they didn't really hurt the building. The
Imagine just,
decor.
like, living downtown and like seeing those explosions. on
Yeah,
top of
I'm
the
sure that
building.
happened. I'm sure that
Yeah.
happened. What's the name of the company? It's Nakatomi Plaza, but it's the
I forgot.
something. Maybe it's the Nakatomi Corporation.
It
I
might
don't
have
know.
been. I think it was.
Yeah. So their corporate offices. That is actually. And this is not sets. That's actually what it looks like. Patterned after Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water. If you've ever heard of that. Yeah. And there's that one scene where you see the bridge model.
Yeah.
That bridge model is from the 50s that Frank Lloyd Wright designed. It was called the Butterfly Bridge at the time. They never built it, but it was supposed to be the San Mateo Bridge.
Oh, yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had like that kind of like park in the middle almost.
Yeah, super cool. I think that they never figured out exactly how to make it work there. And after Loma Prieta, when the Bay Bridge got damaged, or the original Bay Bridge got damaged, and they went to replace that was some variation on that design was in the running and didn't make it. The sort of the bridges there has a little bit of that feel because it's very flat,
Yeah.
Yeah, the New Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New Bay is pretty cool. Is this Bruce's peak? Like when's Fifth Element?
That's after this. That's 90s.
I think it's after,
But probably close after. Not that far.
What he was doing at the time was Moonlighting, the TV series with Sybil Shepherd.
Mm.
And
I'm not familiar with like Bruce's like early career before Die Hard.
Yeah.
This is where like I know him from. And then everything after.
He was a giant TV star when he did this. They didn't. It was, I guess, hard to cast him, but they went through so many name actors. I could list you. It's actor
for this movie
who turned it down.
Wow.
Because they didn't. Well, I think the script was just not very good.
Sure.
Initially, and
they were worried it could be a total flop.
Yes, and then, so they kept reworking it while they were shooting it. So that
you can't even imagine it with anybody else.
No.
Well, if the shoot 'em up is a new genre, which I can't think of many movies pre '85 that are like of this nature. Yeah, it's kind of a risk to take the script, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, you're like, wow, man, like all it is gunfights. Like, am I gonna, are people gonna like that?
Yeah.
And obviously, it's still one of the days like biggest genres. Well, is this pre Demi Moore then?
Yeah.
Demi in the '90s.
I love this slogan.
Holy cow!
He's alone, tired, and the only chance anyone's got. Like what? Okay.
Yeah. Why is he so tired?
Yeah. Why?
How'd you like the pre 9/11 cop carrying his gun like on the airplane?
Yeah.
All of it. It is funny.
He's in his little side holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm a cop. I've been doing this for 15 years.
If you saw a gun on the airplane now, you freak out.
Go look at those air marshals I got them. You just don't know where they're sitting.
They do, however, like you never see them. You never see.
Yeah, you don't know
what
what
they're armed with. You
they're
never.
sneaky.
Yeah, they're tucked. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sneaky.
Every once in a while, you get a
Concealed
suspicion of somebody that might be, but
It's fun to play that game. Why do you think that they were so adamant on letting us know like that the building was like under construction and that they had like that what was the
because that was actually the case in the building. It wasn't built all the way out, so they just used that.
So they just wanted to make it look like it was.
It's easier to shoot up there.
Yeah.
Literally shoot up there because it's not finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, because they just jump up right at the very beginning. Like they have like the guy that owns the building tells them like, just let you know, some of the building's not finished.
Yeah.
You're just like, what?
Yeah. Just preparing our eyes.
Yeah. There's like little subtle like drops of.
Yeah. Because there's just like not that much. Again, with the shoot 'em up genre being born, maybe like there's just not a lot of like story going on. Right, like
not a ton.
No. Yeah, like he's a cop from New York, and now he makes friends with Carlos Winslow, who's a local cop who shouldn't be a cop, and that's about it.
Yeah, and then they're like, and it's like him and his wife are together, but they're not.
No, they're definitely not. Right, she left him because she got rich, and he admits it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen any of the other ones, any of the sequels.
No, but I actually accidentally saw the trailer for the third one. I'm like, oh, this looks kind of fun. It looks like Fast and Furious.
The third one is the best one, honestly.
Really?
Third one's actually better than this movie.
Really?
This one was
Third one looked good. I might have to watch it.
Second one sucks.
This is better than I
Die Hard with
expected.
Vengeance.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson.
Isn't Jackson in that one?
Yeah,
I like Samuel L.
That was
not good.
That was another one of those. Was supposed to be Lawrence Fishburne, and he asked for too much money, and they ended up getting Samuel L. Jackson. That happened a bunch of times.
How many times that happened to Samuel?
A bunch of times.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Made him rich though.
All right, we got two black guys to pick from.
Yeah. Chris Rock's too young.
Yeah.
Two very similar.
Yeah.
We need a
black gentleman.
We need a mid to late 30-year-old who looks 45.
In hindsight, I would think it would be opposite almost. That Samuel L. would be rejecting shit that Fishburne would be taking out.
Yeah,
Fishburne was huge then.
Right?
Fishburne was huge.
But in hindsight,
yeah,
in hindsight, you'd probably say Samuel has done more and better.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's actually he's definitely benefited.
He's definitely done more.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's done everything for
He's
us.
done everything. He's like Snoop Dogg.
But yeah, but he's good. Like there's not a lot of like straight trash he throws out.
Yeah, his Lawrence Fishburne's first movie was Apocalypse Now, and he was like a teenager. He was like 17.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that
yeah.
on the boat.
I've seen the videos.
14. I think actually he was 14.
That's crazy.
He lied about his age,
I remember
just like the
that.
character did.
Yeah. To get into the army or to get out of the war.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that part.
get into the Navy. Yeah,
Those scenes on the water in that movie are intense.
yeah. I just watched the final cut. I was talking about this.
That's right.
The version that is not the full on Redux, but it's somewhere in the middle. Then there are additional scenes with him. It's pretty good. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah,
Fishburne.
it was worth the watch.
I just know him as Morpheus.
Yeah, that's probably how he's best known now.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like I know he's in a bunch of other shit. But
And the really crazy thing is they made that fourth movie, which wasn't good, and he wasn't in it at all.
The
They
new,
didn't even
new?
try. Yeah.
yeah, I tried to watch it. I couldn't really. I heard it wasn't that bad though.
What, the fourth?
Like
Die
the
Hard?
newest. It came out like 5 years ago, right? Or like
It's an odd re-examination of the whole thing from a
Yeah.
really meta perspective.
Was he going through his like stuff yet when they made that one?
Lawrence.
No, Bruce. Oh, you're talking about Matrix?
Yeah, we're talking Matrix.
Oh, okay. Wasn't there 4 Die Hards?
Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, there was a
There are-
newish one.
I think there are 4.
But
Maybe there might be 5.
but it might be like 2010 or something.
Okay.
I think it was
Yeah.
when he was healthy.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
now, obviously, he's got like crazy Parkinson's and dementia.
No, yeah, he doesn't know anybody anymore.
Yeah, that's sad.
The last one was in Russia, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
just
the
know that they
last
made like I think 4. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the last one was in Russia.
The third one's the tunnel, right? They're stuck in the tunnel. He drives a car like through the like trapped in that tunnel.
There is a tunnel.
I think this.
I don't remember exactly what happens there,
I think
but
it's the third
I
one.
mean, it's because they're trying to rob the gold exchange or whatever.
Isn't all the Speed movies around this time too?
Keanu.
Yeah.
Speed is in this zone, yeah,
Right?
for sure.
Like
The first-
Timeline.
the first one.
Yeah, I've seen the first one for sure on like TNT.
The second one's so bad.
I mean, all of them are just like
They're talking about actually making another sequel to it.
to
I
Speed.
thought I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Keanu.
You know
with
Speed,
Keanu.
Sebas?
It sounds familiar.
Speed's basically
That
like
movie's dope.
he just ends up on different vehicles that can't stop.
Oh yeah, they had one with the bus, right? Or
That's-
Maybe,
that's the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one.
There's one with a cruise ship. There's one with an airplane.
Yeah.
There's one
Yeah,
with
Keanu's-
a fucking GoPed. Yeah, he's just
There
he's
were
just stuck on cruise control. And he's got to save the world.
There are only 2. The second one is the boat, and it's Jason Patrick and not Keanu Reeves, because Keanu Reeves read the script and went, no.
I'm
Keanu.
good.
That was young Keanu though.
Yeah.
Did that probably get? Was that before Point Break?
Similar for
I think
sure.
it's around the same time
It
as
might
Point
be just
Break.
before. I
Yeah.
feel like Point Break might be like
Because he was before,
96 and Speeds might be like early 90s.
I want to say those were his first actions, right? Because before that
Probably.
he was like the dopey, like what was that movie with him and the dude when they were like the little like stoners?
Yeah, he has like a Shaggy
Bill
from
and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
yeah Scooby Doo Shaggy vibes.
Yeah. It's like I'm high.
Kinda. He does look like that though, with his hair and stuff. You know.
I think he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, too. I think that was maybe
Was he?
one of his first things.
He's probably
yeah.
fucking.
I remember.
beer
He was
dealer.
Stoner. He was one of
Yeah.
Was he in
Spicoli's
that?
friends, I
Was
think.
he?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I remember. Isn't Nicolas Cage in that movie too? As like he works at like the
Maybe young Nick Cage.
bakery
yeah,
or some
he's in
shit.
it. Yeah. He's in it, too. Yeah.
What
a
a-
lot of people were in that movie.
That and The Outsiders. You look at The Outsiders. Everybody there is a freaking like A-list
Yeah.
celebrity.
Yeah. They're all
That movie was
freaking
crazy.
billionaires now.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? This movie has a lot of twists and turns around what the motivation of the actual like bad guys happens to be.
Yeah.
Because at first they seem like they're terrorists,
Yeah.
and then it turns out that they're really just like thieves.
Right.
Yeah.
They're looking.
Like a heist.
Yeah, it's a heist film. They're. I had never personally heard of bearer bonds before this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like that's like I feel like it's almost like a made up thing. It's
But it's totally real.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're totally
It's
real.
always in movies. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
always like oh my god, bonds.
Yeah, bearer bonds. So, well, the nice thing about a bearer bond is that you can steal it, and as long as you have it in your hand, you're the bearer. Then they have to pay you.
Hmm.
So it's like it's like stealing cash.
A little bit like stealing cash without the bulk. Yeah, although there was some considerable bulk there. I don't. The scene toward the end when there's that massive explosion. Actually, there are two massive explosions.
Yeah, the rooftop.
The rooftop, and then there was the one that's sort of in the mid level of the building. All kind of papers are flying around. Is any of that the bearer bonds?
Yeah.
Like, did anybody get rich off of just like oh, I'm gonna pick up the litter here?
Yeah.
You gotta find your way out. That hose sure saved his life, lucky bastard.
Oh God.
He didn't want to though.
Yeah, that thing's just working as
I like
a
how they
perfect
made
grapple.
I like how they made his feet all bloody though when he was trying to kick the glass in.
Yeah.
His feet were covered in blood.
Okay, so here is one of my. Not that there aren't many leaps of logic and plot holes in this film. However, here's the one that bothers me the most. Why the fuck is he still barefoot? How many guys did he kill? And he had access to their feet.
Well, he tried, right?
To get shoes?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, so the first guy he kills, doesn't he, in the elevator, and he tries to put on a shoe. He said, "Just my luck. The guy's a size 9."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And runs
You're
away.
right.
That's true. But he could have kept trying. I would have kept trying.
Yeah, he said, "What's the chance?" It's a big ass fucking blonde dude, and he's got tiny feet. Yeah, I think he literally says, "What are the chances the first guy I kill has small feet?"
I remember getting glass in my foot at a party where I was not fully into my faculties, and I remember like basically sitting on the floor of the bathroom in front of the toilet about to throw up as I'm like trying to pull the glass out of my
bleed.
Yeah, stop the bleeding.
Oh man, I remember the Call of Duty skin they came out with like a couple years back was they had the Die Hard.
Oh,
and he was barefoot.
He Willis? Yeah,
he's
yeah. It must
barefoot.
just be like part of the.
They also had the building. They added the building, I think, to Warzone, and you could go into the building. There was like Christmas trees and shit in there.
Yeah,
and you could like literally fight in the building.
Yeah, downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, downtown's tallest tower. I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I've never seen this movie, but it makes sense now.
That's why when they dropped that skin.
Yeah, the Die Hard skin. That is funny skin.
Yeah, I played with that one all the time.
Oh. Bruce.
Yeah, I actually. Yeah, there's that classic scene too, right, with the crawling in the air conditioner.
Yeah, that picture is so iconic. You've probably seen that, right, Sebas? Really?
So.
This shit's like all over Twitter. Like this shit's just everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
He's got the
kinda all
Zippo.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really know what the fuck.
Did he
he's
change? Did he change shirts at one point? Because
I
at
don't-
one point his shirt was like black. He had a black wife beater on at one point.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
It was either a
Maybe.
mistake or
Yeah, maybe he stole it off the dude with small feet.
yeah, because his shirt changes color and then it goes back. Yeah, I think it was a mistake.
Either that or they shot it out of sequence and it was really dirty at one point.
But it was
Just-
like black. Like it wasn't even like
Yeah, I don't
brown
know
like
at
that.
all, but
I had to go back and look, but
Oh, Bruce.
yeah, Bruce.
it could have been weird lighting in the with
Yeah,
the dark
true.
being
yeah,
dirty.
possibly.
And a shit ton of blood floating around at the end. Like he's cut everywhere.
Well, I think that the most blood that we see is when you were talking about him going off the side of the building when the top is going to explode, and he's got the fire hose wrapped around his waist and he's trying to get in, and his feet plant against the glass window on the outside of the building, and there's just like fucking blood everywhere.
Yeah, he's trying to like shoot. Finally shoots out the window.
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't that be your first attempt?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to kick that. You got no leverage. You're not going to push off of.
If they remade this movie now with Tom Cruise, like he would have actually done that stunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
For real. I mean, obviously this was not. This was artfully shot, so it looked like he was up there. But
yeah.
But no, Tom Cruise would want his feet to be bare. He would run on the glass. He wouldn't
wear shoes for the whole.
He would bleed
the
on
whole
the whole
shoot.
I mean, they're doing one more Mission Possible, aren't they? Like they just don't
it's-
stop.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the last one, Final Reckoning. It was supposed to be Dead Reckoning Part 2, but Part 1 tanked hard.
Is that the most recent one?
Yeah, tanked really hard. Partly because those Mission Impossible movies you want to see in IMAX if you can, because they're shot in IMAX and they look amazing. But they got frozen out by Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh, they dropped it at the same time.
Yeah. That
That's
was
embarrassing.
a poor choice. So
Yeah, I don't know what they thought that was going to... Oh, you know what, though? He's coming off that high from fucking Top Gun 2.
Yeah,
He's like, I
yeah.
can't miss.
That is true. Because Top Gun 2 was good.
They're saying, like, yeah, that, like people are consider that one better than the first one.
Yeah, I think
it was better than the
they're
first
talking
one.
about making another one too.
Yeah, there's this discussion about that.
What's his name just fell off the face of the earth after that movie?
The young guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Not Baby Driver, but he looks like him, right?
Oh, Glenn Powell.
No.
The main kid.
Miles Teller.
Yeah,
Miles Teller.
Yeah, he was like the guy, and then he got taken over by like Chalamet and them. You know?
Yeah, he was
like the old.
He was on the
Chalamet.
come up, and then he did that really good.
Yeah.
He did that really good Godfather series. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
I did watch that.
That
and
was
it was
great.
pretty good. Yeah.
I liked it.
I like Teller. He was supposed to be the next guy. Like
And
he was
there's
supposed to be
nothing
next
after
up.
You know what I think it is? I think because he's kind of like a Trumper undercover, and he's getting like blackballed.
And right when he was taken off, he got all the strikes and shit were happening with the Writers Guild and all that. So like that just like put a wrench into everything. That's why we're just getting movies now.
He's like tight with Dana and all them. He's always at all the fights.
Yeah, he is tight with Dana. That is true. He's at all the UFCs.
Maybe he's not falling in line.
He was in that Divergent series.
Yeah,
with
back in the day.
Shailene Woodley.
And what's that really famous movie, Whiplash?
Yeah.
It was like what
Oh
made
yeah,
him
he's in
famous. I
Whiplash.
think.
He's sort of that's kind of his like dramatic peak was Whiplash.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of like little like teeny bopper movies he was good in. I just can't think of them right now. Like a Divergent type.
Yeah.
I just can't think.
Divergent, that series didn't suck.
No, it's fine. The issue is it just came after like fucking Hunger Games and stuff
Yeah.
that was so good, and so it was like it did feel like a
Hunger
T-moo.
Games aced it out. I think that rolling it back for just a second. I think Glenn Powell market corrected Miles Teller.
Maybe.
Glenn Powell like had much more star potential. I think that beyond anything else, he had more.
What did he do after that? He did some stuff.
Well, it's Twisters.
Twisters, that's right. Twisters.
People did say that was good.
People
He's
liked
done
it.
A bunch of other things. Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, I remember him being it. I just can't remember what they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's been a bunch of stuff, but Twisters is the big one. That's why
recently
he's
big
got
one.
why he's got the juice right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he is like the white blonde heartthrob.
Who's the Baby Driver kid? Because he had a run too.
I never saw Baby Driver.
It was pretty good. It was like obviously like very tied to music, which I thought was a cool concept, semi-unique. But like that kid was like, yeah, kind of the next up to be the next Ryan Reynolds type vibe too.
Yeah. They just keep trying to pass off Timothy Chalamet as like this tough guy that he's just not.
I know.
Like, could you be more of like a less threatening person?
Yeah. He's probably like 5'2".
I'm sure he's a great guy.
No, I'm sure he's wonderful. It's him and the bear guy. Like they're the new. What
Oh,
happened
dude,
to
the
men?
fucking
You know
dude,
what happened
Jeremy
to Bruce
Allen
and
White.
Arnold?
The bear guy, that shit drives me nuts. Dude. They both just did like 70s musician pieces too, right? One
Yeah.
did David Bowie and the other one's doing
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
And they're both just naked in Calvin Klein.
They're just
at
wearing
110 pounds.
Dude, the bear,
Fucking pussies. Bruce is fucking pissed.
the bear guy's cool and all, but yeah, dude, he's like 4'10".
I
Yeah.
think he's 5'6", but yeah,
He looks
Yeah.
4'10".
He's.
Yeah.
I think he's Joe Rogan's height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan looks like he's been smashed with a hammer.
That's why his. That's why his face looks like a thumb.
He's got such long arms and like this like smashed body. He's got really long arms.
Yeah. He's a little power lifter build. Little Ed Cohn build.
He'd probably pull the shit out of sumo.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
Um,
he's built for it. Yeah, it's gorilla shape is what it is. It's
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu,
It really
powerlifting,
is.
gorilla shape.
It really is. I don't know. Yeah, the bear guy, I don't get it. I've watched the bear. That's a good show.
They just announced Sexiest Man.
Yeah, sure.
You don't
Yeah,
think
they
he's
did.
sexy? I thought he was all right.
The bear guy?
Yeah,
No, it's Krasinski.
Krasinski. They just announced Fantastic Four, right?
Except he's not in that movie.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, he was in The Office, and he's Jack Ryan right now.
Wasn't he
on Amazon.
was he the one that was in it?
Jim Halpert.
Yeah, Jim.
I thought he was about to be it in Fantastic Four.
No,
He
Yeah,
was.
but
I think he was in.
I think
He
he
was
was in one.
already in it.
Yeah.
he played Reed Richards
Yeah.
in Multiverse of Madness,
And then they whip him out.
and he was a multiverse.
I
he
thought
gets
he'd be a
killed.
good one.
He gets killed like right away.
Yeah, but all that multiverse, he
Same-
can bring his ass back. Who cares?
Same with Professor X. No,
Yeah.
it's the other guy who does everything now.
Pascal.
Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal is
Yeah.
Reed Richards.
Him delivering those lines in that Gladiator trailer, I was like, oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard he's actually. I read like Variety's review and it was good.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
did say the movie was good.
So they paid their bills to Variety. Got it.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe. No, the early reviews of Gladiator 2 are supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it looks. I'm gonna
I
go.
hope
In, I'm gonna
so.
go in with an open mind and expecting it to be good.
I mean, Gladiator's in my top 10 and Denzel's in my top 3.
Denzel apparently this is a very good scenery chewing villain role for.
they said that he's coming back into something
Training Day 2?
No,
Damn
a new shit. What was it?
Didn't he die in Training Day 1?
I don't even remember.
Yes, he dies at the end in the hood.
Uh-oh.
I lost power too. Sebas broke it.
No, there we go. We're back.
We're back. And
I just saw a Grand National on Bring a trailer that I wanted to buy so bad. It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the Grand National car? You seen Training Day?
No.
Damn.
I thought it was a Monte Carlo.
No, I think it's a Grand National.
You might be right. The black one.
You Google who's got the Googles.
I thought it was a Monte Carlo.
Google a Training Day car. I think it's a Grand National
Probably is.
because they came with a fat V8 in them.
Yeah, they were sick. His had airbags too.
Oh, his was kidded, bro. I mean, that makes West Coast rap what it is. Like, obviously, you know, Dre and
What's his
NWA
name?
were doing their thing, but Training Day just made it so tough.
Monte Carlo?
Oh, shit. You were right.
Oops.
The
Look up a Grand National. They look alike.
at that time, all those cars were
Yeah, it
like
looked like a
cool
Mustang
little
5.0.
boxy look.
Yeah, the Fox bodies are all the same. That's crazy. Well, I'll get a Grand National anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be Denzel.
Close
but
enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. Yeah, I just heard something that Denzel is going to be in something big coming up.
I'm a
And it was a
fan.
picture of him from Gladiator
Like
when they announced it. So I think it might be like something like a period piece of some kind.
I actually just I read that article. He's doing like 4 more films than he's retiring. Period.
Oh.
And I think one other one is a sequel. I don't remember.
Training Day 2.
I wish, man.
Yeah, I don't think
Multiverse.
so. Reincarnation.
Multiverse
Yeah.
back in.
I mean, if Iron Man could be an MF Doom or whatever the fuck.
Because
it's
they
shit, right?
at the end of Trinity, he goes to the hood, and
Yeah.
he does that whole King Kong got nothing on me speech. Then do
Yeah.
they kill him?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he gets swung by the gangs. That movie, you should watch that movie, bro.
I've heard it's
It's
really
so
good.
That movie's fucking
It's got like
crazy.
all of
crazy good.
like it's got the brain twists, it's got like the jokes, it's got like the shoot-ums, like it's so good. It's got like the vibe.
the vibe is good.
It's so good.
Equalizer 3.
Oh,
Oh,
not as
That
stoked.
wasn't it though. There was something else.
not a stoked.
The
for that
first one was bomb.
No, they were good. They were good. Talk about shoot 'em up. Yeah.
I never saw the second one. I've
Yeah.
never seen the first one.
Yeah,
I don't
same
think I saw the second.
same
oh,
thing.
maybe
If,
I did see the
if
second
like
one.
John Wick wasn't around, yeah, fucking Equalizer would be the movie of the decade, right? Like it's just like the black man's.
He's like MacGyver too, because he
Yeah.
uses like household
he
items
does.
and shit.
And they're fighting in Lowe's and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Then
the fucking Home Depot theme starts
Aren't
playing.
they? Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, they're
dun,
like
dun.
literally fighting at the end of it. It is good, but it's just not,
Lowe's.
it's not what I want from Denzel.
That's where he works, right?
Yeah. What's the one with the kid in Mexico where he's like the driver? That one's banging too. Old movie.
Black Panther 3.
Black Panther 3. That's what it was.
That's
what
fire.
you're thinking of.
That's what it was.
That's
He's-
fire.
He's doing Othello on Broadway.
Wakanda forever, Denzel. I'm down. I'm wearing
that
the
he's-
whole mask.
the fact that he hasn't been in it yet. is
No, he
wild.
should have been the dad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job with
No,
those.
it was
Those
good.
were all good.
The first Black Panther's fucking banging. It's
Yeah.
so good. But Denzel, I mean,
Yeah, get Denzel in there. That's what it was.
if if Black Panther comes out in a fucking Monte Carlo,
He's doing.
that'd be tough.
Are we allowed to wear the Black Panther costume?
That's what I was gonna say. Can I dress up as Black Panther to the premiere? I think so.
I think.
I think you should be fine.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. Maybe not.
But like every dude in the NBA like was throwing the Wakanda, after shooting a 3. Like the white guys can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't really rep Wakanda. It's not your continent.
Yeah. We got other things we can wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Stick to the
Probably just
Captain.
leave that one alone.
Yeah, stick to the Captain America dweeb.
Yeah.
You can't take the cool ones.
Yeah, we'll leave that one out.
But I don't want to get into it.
But you know what though? You know what though? I see little kids
I was about to
on
say
Halloween on white kids whatever wearing that shit.
right, and Miles Morales is bouncing around. There's got to be a white Black Panther in some multiverse.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Or it's just like the White Panther, the Snow Panther.
The Snow Bunny Panther.
Yeah. They're just some
It's just a
fucking
chick.
Icelandic dude.
It's a white blonde chick.
Yeah.
So Black Panther 3 is not confirmed as an even project, but
Oh.
he's on.
He's already committed to it.
He's already committed to it.
Denzel's just wakandaing around his house, prepping.
He's just putting those rumors out there so he gets picked up for
Bro,
it.
if with social media, if you're a big celebrity, you could easily do that.
Dude,
And-
that's how Blade got replaced
Yeah.
back with what's his name?
Yeah, and that'll be good. Blade will be good.
Yeah, they-
Denzel could be in that. Maybe he could be one of the dudes. Maybe not Blade, obviously, but he could be somebody in there.
What's it called? After the Wolverine, I haven't finally I haven't watched it yet. I need to
I
watch
haven't
it.
either.
After that, they already had that other Blade movie like ready to go.
Yeah.
With that other guy, the new actor.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and they basically like Ryan Reynolds like pulled the carpet from under him and like made this huge campaign to get what's his name back, and they just totally stole the movie from him. And they're like, okay, fine, we'll bring him back.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Snipes.
But they're
Yeah.
still doing the next movie with that guy, right?
No, Snipes.
No way.
Yeah, dude, it's axed. They axed the project, fired him
That's crazy.
for Snipes.
I mean, Snipes is good.
The fact that Snipes though wasn't already coming back is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's just kind of old, but he still like looks pretty good.
Yeah, but dude, did he like on the little things I've seen from Wolverine?
Yeah.
He looks great.
Oh, really? Oh, then I'm in.
It's like a Logan version. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Except that
true.
He's a vampire. Is he not supposed to age?
True.
I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
There are fucking old vampires.
He's
and,
kind of a hybrid.
Yeah, isn't he a hybrid? He's half.
He's
half
a
human?
daywalker.
Yeah.
It's a daywalker. Yeah.
The vampires in what, Underworld? Underworld. They got
Underworld.
old. Yeah.
yeah.
And same
Underrated
with fucking,
series. I think we talked about that before.
Same with what's the main one? Twilight. There's adult ass vampires.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some of them hoes
You
are
know what's funny?
daywalkers too.
I don't know what it was, but like something like I'm like, man, I want to watch these.
Twilight.
Yeah,
Bro,
And
I
I
didn't-
watched them like last year, and I was like, I got through the first two, and like I liked them.
They're
But
not
I just
bad.
didn't keep going because I just kind of didn't. But I liked the first one. Like, oh, these are fun.
Dude, I was like 26, 27, because those came out when we were like high school, right? Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like
we
the
were-
dream
yeah.
shit for all day. But then it was known as a chick film, and I watched it when I got sick in like my 20s. And I was like, bro, these are pretty
They're
good.
pretty good.
They're kind of like yeah, like
They're
they kind
good.
of hit the Harry Potter, Hunger Games
They are. They're right-
world.
I would put them with the Harry Potter shit. Like
Yeah.
it's very similar.
They're pretty good, dude.
a little
Obviously,
more
it's
girly, but
yeah, and a little more teeny bopper if you watch it now. But I think they're good too. Kind of some Game of Thrones vibes at the end, right? They're running around that castle and shit.
Yeah, I
maybe
liked
that's
them.
2 or 3, but they're pretty good.
I like.
I get it.
So, so I sort of touched on this before. Like, if we were going to cast this movie now, who would you make? Who would you make John McClane, and who would you make Hans Gruber?
Hans Gruber's such a good name too. I think you probably got to go with the world's sexiest man to take Bruce, huh? Shave his head a little bit.
Jack Ryan.
Yeah, why not?
John Krasinski.
Because I feel like if you choose any other action guy, they already are like too stuck in their ways, right? Like you can't go Keanu, like he's John Wick.
Well, he's too old too.
Well, either way, you know, like
How
he's
old
John,
was he here? 32.
30-something probably.
That's like the funny memes too. They're like looking 30s in the 80s, and they'll show some motherfucker looks so old,
Oh,
in
dude,
like 30s now, and you're like, what the fuck?
Dude, the girl in the lady from Jurassic Park, the first one,
yeah,
she was 23 years
yeah,
old.
yeah. It looks like she's 45.
She looks 43.
yeah, yeah.
He was born in 55, and this was shot probably in 87. So,
You're 30.
yeah,
So pretty young.
pretty young.
I don't know who you choose right now. Maybe maybe we bring back our boy Teller then. Maybe give Teller a shot.
You could give Taylor. He's kind of got that nostalgic 90s look to him.
You know, he looks like an
I like
action
Teller.
hero
I'm
from
gonna
the 90s.
double down on that with you.
Teller's
I like
is good.
Teller.
I'm gonna flip the script on this. I would go with him for Hans Gruber.
Oh, he'd be good there too. I'll take him with
Yeah,
Hans
I think
Gruber
he's better
too.
villain than a hero.
Yeah, I would take him as Hans Gruber too. I don't know who's the Bruce of nowadays though. You know, that's tough.
I think
He's-
it's Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn would work.
He's just
He's not very
doing it.
rugged though. Bruce was kind of always kind of
Bruce is
dirty
a
and
man.
scrappy.
Yeah.
That's
Bruce is
that's
a
the problem.
man.
Like even think about like we were just talking about Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's always kind of cut up.
Yeah.
In a wife beater.
Yeah.
He's always wearing a white beater. He's always got a couple
this-
scratches.
That like a AC scene could be in either movie.
Yeah.
You don't know which movie
Yeah.
you're watching.
Yeah.
It's like I swear there's a scene like that in Fifth Element too.
Dude, I fucking love Fifth Element.
Me too. That's like the first like old ass movie I really liked.
It was so good.
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen it in ages, but I didn't like it when I saw
Oh,
it.
I know who you pick. You pick fucking what's his name from Blade Runner 2049? What's his name?
Ryan?
Ryan Gosling.
Gosling?
Yeah.
You go
Gos-
Ryan Gosling.
I mean,
Gosling's too old.
that's what I meant. Where like I thought,
but he looks young.
yeah, he does look young. I thought Teller is the next Gosling, you know. But yeah, maybe Glenn Powell's the next Gosling. I mean, if they're running it, they're probably putting Chalamet in there. Fucking
Chalamet would be
bastards.
terrible.
But they're putting him there. That's what Hollywood would do. The bastards.
I got another
He's not
idea.
a natural athlete. Like Bruce, you can tell the way.
No, he played some football.
You can tell the way he moves around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did play. That's why he doesn't have knees. I think is the deal.
Yeah, or they're putting fucking the bear motherfucker in there.
I got a better.
dude's
You
always
could
in a-
probably do it.
He's always in a wife beater.
I got to change the script that I think would work. Simu as
Simu Lee?
yes, as either the head of the Nakatomi thing or his chief of security who teams up with John McClane.
I was gonna say Simu might even be able to be the Gruber. I think Simu could be a villain. Obviously, it switches the script a
There
little
you
bit.
go. Pedro Pascal as Hans.
That's what they would do too.
I hate that.
How about
I love Pedro Pascal, and I hate that
I don't think he's
idea.
ever been a villain.
You know who needs a shot here is Jon Snow.
You put
yeah.
Snow?
He was just in the season of
Yeah.
Industry.
Yeah, give me Jon Snow and a wife beater in an American accent.
He's
Oh,
also
you know,
5'7".
You go. You go.
5'6", baby.
You go Aquaman as Hans.
That's dude. He what is it? Fast and Furious. He's the worst villain ever. Was it like Fast and Furious 12? I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. I watched it on the
most recent
airplane.
one. It's
Bro.
his brother. It's his brother.
Yeah, but he's like the rich snot. Dude, I hate it. It makes me want to punch him in the face.
Isn't it supposed to be Vin Diesel's brother?
I think it's his stepbrother or something.
Yeah.
I hate it, bro.
I
He's
never
the
saw- I
worst
never saw
villain.
it.
No, he's the worst villain ever.
That's stunt casting in a big way.
Yeah, I hate it.
It
I
doesn't
hate
make
it.
any sense to me at
He
all.
could be Hans though.
He could, and it'd be
He just
annoying.
plays drag. What was his character in Game of Thrones?
Drago.
Drago. He just kind of
Yeah,
plays that
Drago.
Drago kind of
That's
tough
the
guy.
only character he's good at, dude, is Drago. I swear, I hate that fool. I don't know why.
He was
Really?
in
Yeah,
the
I hate him.
Stargate spinoff, and he was
I
pretty
fucking
good in
love
that.
Aquaman movies, so I'm like in the minority with those. I love those movies.
I haven't seen the
hate him.
second one.
Yeah, hate
I
him.
liked them.
I saw the second one.
I liked the first one. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, but it was fun.
Yeah, I like how because it reminded me of the Power Ranger shows I used to watch.
Yeah,
the
it is.
fighting.
It
and the-
is
and
very
the- and the-
Power
in
Ranger.
the costumes.
It is
yeah.
very
Yeah.
Power Ranger. I think we didn't mention it, although we did Batman. Welcome to our winter series, y'all. But it's I think the like 80th anniversary of Batman or something. It's like a big year this
Yeah.
year.
Oh, really?
So,
The
Yeah.
one that we did?
So they're no, just like
Batman in general.
So
80.
they're-
Oh, you said 80.
Because they're
okay.
doing like
As
a
a
bunch.
character.
They're doing a bunch of shit right now. I saw a bunch of like.
Kith is doing
media.
Batman.
Yeah, that's why I think I saw it.
Yeah, they're doing the Batman little Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Did you see the Kith Mike Tyson tee?
Nah.
He has two pigeons and he's making them kiss. This is when like Mike Tyson is like he's like fucking he's got to be like 20, like he's in his prime.
Yeah.
And he's making them kiss, and it just says Kith. So good.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my god.
And they made it. Kith actually made
yeah,
the
it's
shirt.
sold out. I tried to buy it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it literally is just Kith Mike Tyson because his fight's Friday too. Like it all just lines up so perfectly.
God, that's like coming up. Yeah, that's
Jeez.
funny.
So just to kind of finish this out, the last two important roles. Who plays the wife and who plays Al Powell,
I don't
Bridget
know
Bell
about-
Johnson's character.
I
Well,
don't
the
know
wife's
about
got
the
to be what's her name? What's her name from the HBO series? Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney,
Sweeney's the wife, clearly.
potentially
with the
yeah.
heavies.
Okay, and then who's Al?
I don't know.
I feel like so many actors. I don't know if this is necessarily what I mean, but they like overstayed their time in Hollywood. That there's not like replacements now.
I think that's
You know,
that's
like Ryan
actually
Gosling.
yeah.
Like that fool's been famous since Remember the Titans in 1994.
Yeah,
like he's been the guy.
Yeah, that's the Tom Cruise argument too.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that he just never wants to leave.
Yeah, like
Then
all
you-
of them.
And then you always hear stuff about like Harrison Ford just hates Hollywood. He just keeps fucking making movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch Shrinking, but he is fucking great in that. I don't think
Yeah.
he's been as good in anything ever as he is in that.
Really?
Yeah. And
He's my favorite trilogies of all time is Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
yeah.
So
I do
I
like
just
Harrison.
I'm a big Ford fan.
I do like Ford. I like him.
He's in both, obviously.
Yeah, like who would play any Ford nowadays? You know, we just don't have like the
Harrison
iconic
Ford.
up and comers.
Yeah, who can play Han Solo and also a like archaeologist? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
And Dr. Richard Kimball in Fugitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is, I mean, talk about a movie that doesn't have a hell of a lot of lines for the lead character.
Yeah.
But that's a fucking great movie.
yeah. The Fugitive's good. That movie it kind of scared me as a kid for some reason. Wasn't the bathroom scene that was pretty gnarly in that movie?
and then there's the whole train wreck thing. That's,
Yeah. I remember my dad was watching. I just remember just trauma from like seeing something on it, and I never watched it again.
Was it
Was it like a bathroom scene where someone's like face gets like smashed in or like something?
into the mirror? I think
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I'm-
also a scene where he like gives himself stitches, which is a whole
Yeah, so fuck
Hard
yeah.
to
Doesn't
watch
that like
thing.
get drowned in the? does someone get drowned in a sink or something in that movie in the bathroom?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been a minute since I've seen it. I don't know. Since Mahershala Ali lost out on Blade, I think maybe we'll make him Reggie Vale Johnson.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. I like him. I like that dude.
Yeah, I think he's good. Well, since I have a hard out coming up, I think we should rate this thing. And the most pivotal prop in this entire film is Holly Gennaro's Rolex watch. Because Hans Gruber doesn't die alone.
So 5 rollies.
Yeah.
Out of 5 rollies, I'm going to give it, because I'd never seen it. I really hadn't. I'd only seen like clips or like walk-bys on the TNT. I'll probably give it like a 4, man. I liked it.
Yeah.
For like an action film of what it is. You know, of course, when I'm comparing it to my favorite movies of all time, it's probably not a 4. But for what it is, and especially for a man's Christmas, the dude's Christmas, yeah, I think a 4.
Yeah, I like it's a dude's movie. I'm gonna give it like 4.5.
Yeah.
For the because I think it is the first genre creator of like the Christmas action genre.
Yeah, it's getting there. I think it's good.
Did you see it, Sebastian?
I did not.
Oh, we haven't fixed that. I'm with you, Dean. That's 4.5 for me.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, must watch. And I honestly, I'm kind of with Mike. Like, I don't remember last time, if ever, I've like sat down and watched it
I
front
never
to
have
back.
for sure.
Well, I mean, even though it's very like period late 80s, it holds up.
No, it holds up really good.
Yeah, this literally came out the year me and Mike were born.
Yeah, because I'm so critical on like old looking and feeling shit, and this holds up great for an action film.
Yeah. Like you could remake it as a period film now and it would still work.
Yeah.
If you had if there were cell phones involved, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you're just
true.
texting pictures and FaceTiming and shit.
Exactly.
There'd have to be some kind of like giant like big like outage.
Yeah.
There would be an electric shock that takes out cell phones.
Yeah.
Like some Batman
or some kind of
shit.
scrambler in the building.
Yeah. They'd find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. All right, Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday, new episodes. We're on the Violent Christmas, Not Christmas movie tour. Join us. Dean, where can they find you?
Yeah, deansource.ck at Caffeine and Kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3sb.co for all your apparel needs. New drop is live November 25th. And so if you got it, you got it. If you don't got it, it's probably gone. Goodcompany.discord.com if you want to join the community for early access and some exclusives.
And I am Sebastian _Brambila on IG.
I am at Jim McDonald on all the social media. This show is 50% facts for percentage of word and 50 is just numbers. 50% facts. This is Spreaker Prime Podcast in association with iHeartMe on the Obscure Celebrity Network. And we'll talk to you next time.